Dennis, we're ready. Sorry it took so long to get started here, but okay, you guys. So one of the benefits of being in this office is that you can mirror anything with an iPhone. If you have a Droid or something like that, I have several. You can still use this station, and you can use the station right behind the first closing room, so that you could hook into your Droid computers and mirror from the office, okay? So basically what it's showing you right now is, if I don't time out, okay, is you see how the event center, these are all the these are all the ones in the office. And what you can do, and I know that you have this on yours, is it'll also mirror, you say Jim's iMac, it'll mirror yours. So you could run one of the stations from your iMac if you wanted.
Yeah, I've done that.
Okay, so those are the what we call AirPlay. So you go to your program, and it's going to start from where you are, okay, unless you turn the geo location off. You hit this star button. Let me turn this on so that you guys can see. You see this little button right here? All buttons have a little function, and that's what we're going to really try and teach you today, is how to really use this iPhone so you don't have to go to any other source but MLS. So right there, you click on that button, and that will appear. That's what it makes. It says tracking mode. So now I've hit this button once, and you've got to the none, user position, and compass. So when I go to the user position, it takes me to exactly where I'm at. Why you want to have none on is, let's say that you're trying to search in Aurora and you're in the office. Well, every time you hit the back button, it's going to go back to where you are. So if you don't want it to go back to where you are, you hit tracking mode on none. Does everybody understand that? Okay. And then the next one is your standard, satellite, and hybrid mode. So if you hit the hybrid mode, what that is it's going to show you Google Earth. And I'm going to tap the little button on the top to take that other one off. So it shows me, as you zoom in, it's going to show you exactly where you are and any properties that are around you. There's always going to be 60 icons in any one area that will show on the map. Otherwise, the search results will say up at the top, you see where search results says 0, that means you don't have any search. There's no properties, because this is all commercial. But if we move over here and we get into residential, it's going to show you anything that's available or under contract. If it's showing you solds, you're going to go back to the tracking, your system, and turn solds off, because that's going to give you solds for the last 3 or 4 years, and it's not the most, it'll be the newest solds, but it'll give you old solds too. So you may want to filter those through another source rather than having that display all the time. So going back to the little bullseye, I'm going to hit the standard mode, and that just shows your streets, okay? And I click on anywhere, and it takes it away. So now I can go and, let's say, search any area that I want to search. And you can see up at the top, it says searching. There's 208 up at the top. And it's best to watch me, not to try and do this. You can kind of watch me, because I think you'll learn, too, from that. So anytime you change this, it's going to hit, you see how the searching bars, now there's 36. You move in closer, and it's going to search, and it's going to tell you that there's only 10. So as you move in, it gives you that. Lynn was just asking me what this green means. We have 7 different MLS database in our app, meaning that it could be, if somebody from Grand Lake searches or puts a listing into a different area, just like this is an iris listing. So when I click on that 675 and I click on the icon, you see how it comes up at the top there, or the bottom? It says 675. Now I click on that, it goes to the detail page. So from this page, you can search, you can look at the pictures by swiping your finger, or you can turn the your app, and it should. I don't know why it's not working, but you could turn it and it'll do the full picture. So that's not working right now. I don't know why, but so now what it does is gives you the about information. And if you see courtesy of Signature Real Estate, RE Colorado, it'll tell you where the status of, it gives you the disclaimer, copyrights, ads, and if you're logged in, okay, then you're going to be able to send an email or a text message about this one on your iPhone directly from that to any client that you want. So I'm going to sign in because it was grayed out. If you're not signed in, it won't let you do that. And it's only agent-driven that can do this. Customers won't be able to do that. So going back to the property, right here, and go down to the bottom, and see now I could do this. I can hit that and hit 303, what's your email? 882-9400. You can see how Lynn Drake shows up. So I just go ahead and hit Lynn and hit send, and it's going to send Lynn that, so you got it from me. So let's just do this. I'm going to show you guys from Lynn's event center. I'm switching it to Lynn now, okay? So this is Lynn's computer. She just got this message from a text message, and she clicks on that text message. Press home to unlock. You have to, sorry. There you go. So now click on, oh, no, I guess it didn't. You have to unlock it. Go back to that text message where you had.
Okay, sorry.
Where's that message? It's from Jim Wanzak, and then go ahead and
Tap to load the preview on it.
yeah.
Well,
Check out this property. That's weird that it did it that way. There you go. So now what I do page, and it gives that information, and you can scroll through it. Scroll through the pictures, go up to the, get more information. So you can go through, get all the information that you want, and then the client can see this house all the way through it. Okay, so I just wanted to show you can do it, send them an email, or you can send them, from there you can send them an email or you can send them a text. So I'm going back to the event center, so I'm on again. So I can send the email or that from the About page, and it has all this information about the page. This is the public remarks that starts the property, gives you the address, the MLS number, that it's under contract, gives you the detail page. So this is all the information that the consumer would still get. Financial information, the size of the bedrooms, all the bedrooms information, location, and then what it does for the agents is it gives you, you can see a Google view of the property immediately, and they also you can look at the agent information. That's only the agent information when you're logged in. Consumers won't be able to get this, okay? They're only going to see a certain amount of information. But you can look at everything in here, and you also can say, okay, here's the showing number, so I could just go ahead and call that showing number right there. I don't need to look at anything else. It's everything that I need to set a showing. You're in front of the house and you wanted to see that. You know what the commission is, the whole thing. Then directions will give you turn-by-turn directions, meaning that When you click on see it images, toggles back from images to directions. So when you want to get turn-by-turn directions from that property, you just go ahead and click on the little icon for turn-by-turn directions, and it starts that. So no survivors in Pakistan, so that's not a good thing. So anyway, so now you're going from that house, it tells you 10 minutes, so if you're on the phone with someone and saying, how fast can you be there? Well, my computer says that I can be there in 10 minutes, how about 15? Kind of a thing. And so then you hit the start button, and it gives you turn-by-turn direction.
No, it's how about 7?
Yeah, how about 7? Okay, that's right. That's a Lynn move. So what I do is if I want to, I can go back to Remax Masters by clicking the back button here. You see the back button at the top, and I'm right back to the same place where I was. Okay. Now, when I'm logged in and I hit the contact button, it's going to tell me again who's the listing agent. Gives me their phone numbers, and if I wanted to send Denise an email, all I have to do is do that, and it auto-populates the email with the address of the property, and then you can just say, hey Denise, we're going to write an offer, I'll see you soon, thanks. Now if I hit send, she's going to be pissed at me because it's already under contract. She didn't want another offer, she's already had 6. So I'm going to cancel that and delete that draft. But that's how easy it is to go ahead and work within this system to send emails, to communicate. If you wanted to call her, you just hit whatever button you want, you can call her. If you wanted to set a showing from that point, you can call showing desk right from there. Okay? So the most important thing is on any of those, you go back to your little house, and that'll take you back to where you were. You hit this because that's what I did. We clicked on this property, and it's right here. Okay, and it gives you all of these. So what this means is green is always condominiums. And if you want to figure that out, what you can do is I'm going to show you something on the search button. I'm going to show that, hit that search button. And I've got all my searches. And these are searches that are going to be on any device that you have. Once you save it on one device, it'll be on all devices. If you wanted to add a search, it'll start right here. And if you wanted to go to the different colors, it'll tell you what different colors there are. And it says button, button, button. It should give you the information on residential condo income, and I've got to fix some of that stuff. It's just getting to be an older technology, and we keep updating. Apple keeps updating, and so I got to update the phone. But you then is where you can hit the sold button, refresh, withdrawn, expired, and you can search that from here. I don't expect you to search a lot from here, but in a pinch you can search everything from here. Okay? Then what you also can do is the second button, which is the favorites button. You see how it has a last viewed button? All right, if I hit the last views, it's going to go back to the property that I was. Because let's say that you're driving down the road and you were looking at the map and you say you hit one, but then you went back and said, well, what was that property? This is a good time to go back to the last viewed button. As long as you've been connected to it, it'll save your last views. If you log out, that'll all start fresh. Okay, and so that's what the favorites button is for. And if you have any favorites here that you've saved, like Grayson here, it'll save all the ones that I have, and that's where I can do turn-by-turn directions on all the listings that I might be showing them that day. I have all of them right there, and then I can go turn-by-turn directions on that. Okay? So that's how the favorite button, and the favorite button's only going to work if you're logged in. It doesn't give you everything. Going back to the home button now. We're back to the same page that we were, and now let's say that I want to drive through neighborhoods with my clients. What you can do is you can hit your drive-by detector on. And these are all searches that you might have saved right here. So let's say Lynn Layton, that's one that I want to save. I turn that button on and I hit the drive-by detector, and you start driving through neighborhoods, it'll save her criteria, what she's looking for. only active, and you can do it within 100 feet to 600, or 100 yards to 600 yards, okay? And it'll save that. You drive that through, you come back to the office, you hit stop detector on there, and then it will show you anything that's in her criteria on your favorites list. It'll show drive-by detector for Lynn right here. There weren't any because we didn't go anywhere and there weren't any houses that met that criteria. But that's how that works. You can see drive-by detector for Tony. There were 8 of those. I just drove through a neighborhood and found him properties. So clients really like that drive-by detector because they can drive through neighborhoods. They don't have to even look. It'll tell them how many properties were in that neighborhood for sale. Okay, so the next thing is let's say that we're looking at this house for $595. We click on that house. It's the same information. I just don't understand why this is not working there, but you should be able to turn it sideways and it'll show you bigger pictures.
It's working.
It's working on yours? Yeah, I mean, it's because of the updating with the Apple, depending on what update you've done and if we sync the update right now. But the next one is the mortgage calculator. If you click on the mortgage calculator when you're in a property, no problem, I knew you had to go. Thanks for being here, Dennis. So you see the sales price of $595 and it says fixed rate, but let's say that I don't want a fixed rate. Let's say that I only want a 7-year adjustable on there. So it fixed that. And let's say that I only want to put 10% down. It tells you what the number is, and you hit that save button. So now it tells you your loan amount, and then it does an API for taxes, but you don't think the taxes are right. They're really $400 a month. So you hit the 400. Then you go to your monthly expenses by clicking on the little task there and say, let's say mortgage insurance is going to be $150 and HOA is $60. And now we hit those save buttons. Now it's $210, and you've got a rate of 4%. Once you hit the home and Doolittle button, it'll calculate what your payments are. It says it's a 7-year adjustable, your down payment, your loan amount, your interest, taxes, your monthly expenses, and then what your loan payment is going to be on. It doesn't. 7-year adjustable, 10%. Over 7 years. So we can just go back and let's just do a let's just do 30 years save. So there's your payments on a 30-year. I'll check that 7-year adjustable. So then what you want to do is you want to email yourself or a client that, and all I just have to do is, and I could send it to Lynn, and you have now got the mortgage calculation plus the house that they've looked at. They could send that to you, okay? So that's how the mortgage calculator works. Coming back to the Me button is always you can look at what you're doing, and that's how the door works, the log in, the log out to the door. That's at the bottom. You're on your iPad. You were talking about your phone.
So you saved it and it'll always come back to that?
What I saved what?
Did you save that page where it would always come back to that page?
Well, that'll always, you just hit the Me button, that's the save page. So if you're going, you want to open the door really quickly, you just hit that. If you're not logged in, you hit log in, and then the door will appear. It's that easy. Yeah, this door only opens that door. The side door that everybody likes to use is you have to go through a different system. And I'll show you that in a minute. So click on that, and then, yeah, why did you even back to sign log? This is really back button. There you go. You were in a different program, but okay. So you see how you're logged in? Mm-hmm. If you hit log out, you'll have to put your password back in there.
Okay.
But if you don't, it'll always remember it.
Okay, great.
So you don't have to go and do that. So it always says Lindrake at the top.
You know, one of the things
Why is that?
needs to get changed on there is a lot of places it still says Remax Masters, and it isn't spelled properly. It's, you know, it's like a capital R and then everything else is lowercase and stuff like that.
Okay. If you ever see that, you know, just
Okay.
do you know how to take a picture of it and just,
Yeah, it was actually showing when you were on the screen up here.
okay.
So wherever you were logged in.
But see, I don't understand why your is showing the ocean. I'll just try and shut it down. I want to see what.
And I need a new case.
But it's, I don't think you have the latest version on here.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do,
Go to App Store.
yeah, what I want to do is take this one. You've been using this one a while, okay? I want to get rid of it. So get rid of it, delete that app, and then go back to the App Store.
Okay. Which is up here.
Okay, and then go to search. And Lynn, you're on 3G. You should be on the Office when you're in here.
Yeah.
So let me show you how to do that first.
Settings.
We got to go into, settings, and under Wi-Fi you got it turned off. So first of all, you want to turn it on. And then admin, your admin, and now you're there. So now you're downloading off of the Office instead of, so you already had it logged in, you just needed to turn it on.
Okay.
And you know,
I
you
think
might
I usually have it turned on.
okay, because if you don't like to have it turned on because there's a notification, join this network, you can turn that notification off.
Okay.
So it doesn't keep coming when you're driving, it does that. I don't mind it, it's just, so now we have to go back to the App Store, which is up here, and we want to, HOMENDO.
Right there
So-
at the top.
Yeah, but we want to go to Remax Masters Millennium by mobile.
Yes.
Okay, so now we want to get this one. And let's see if, so now it's downloading for you. And we open that. .95. Turn on. You want to allow, that's what see your location, settings. You want to turn on settings and you want to turn on your location. It now allows you to find out where you are because you had it turned off before, and so it wasn't the app that wasn't working, it was your phone. So now see how it takes you right to where you are?
Yes.
So right here we turn on this, and so now it'll always bring you to where you are. And it says Remax Masters, and it shows, yep. So now you have the right app.
I wonder if I
So
can-
now we have to go ahead and put your password, Lynn,
Okay.
and put the same password back in. And now you're not going to have as much trouble using your app.
You know, that's really important, I think, to tell everybody that they have to have to use the lock, do they have to have their location services on?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Then they probably gonna get a bunch of calls.
Well, that's why we have all these classes.
Location services turned on, you can't.
See, but now, so now every time you search, you've got it. Before it was going into the Atlantic Ocean.
Right.
And so now you're good to go.
Cool.
So. See, this works for you. See how this one works?
Yes.
So you
much
can
better.
turn it that way,
Love it.
and yeah, you can get your directions, your turn-by-turn directions, details information, your contact information of who the agent is. You can see who the agent is, send her an email, get your showings right there.
Very cool.
And that's that's old technology.
So I wonder if I need to get this one, redo that one too.
Well, back to the map. You're right where you're supposed to be. I think this is working. Shows you where you are. If you turn on your hybrid, go back to standard, you can search then. And so when you hit the status, you can see all the types of statuses that are out there in the world.
Okay.
And then also see, now you can tell what colors are colors or that.